me away from higher education. I love teaching. I love introducing students to engineering and to introducing them to a great future. In fact, recently I've been offered a job at Colorado State University, and as you may know, if you're involved in the concealed carry on campus debate, it's one of the 11 schools in the country that still allows carry on campus. I've been doing this for like 10 years, had no problems. I mean, nothing. Not even I think there's someone with a gun phone call. Nothing. They decided to overturn this. And then come August, when I move out there, it's going to be banned on campus. Now, they asked for student input. You're not going to believe this one. This one floored me. They voted, I believe it was 22-3, the student body voted 22-3 in support of concealed carry on campus. I was shocked. That was really impressive. So, I'm excited to go there and to help them restore their rights and hopefully prevent that from becoming another Virginia Tech. Because the last thing we want to do is see people left in a classroom, like myself or my students, unarmed and defenseless if someone comes in and decides to try to shoot up the place. And we'll not see it. So the fight will continue. They have Colorado has a VCDl. It's called Rocky Mountain Gun Owners, RMGO. They are suing the institution, saying you can't do that. So that will be filed tomorrow, as a matter of fact. I'm very excited about it. Yeah, and it's looking good to win it. So I want to share one of the most important things I've learned being in higher education. The hardest things to keep are the things that are right.
Right.
Like freedom.
Right.
I don't just mean the right to bear arms, I mean the freedom of expression. Some schools haven't been allowed to protest and hold protests that support their right to carry. Probably familiar with the empty holster protest. There are some schools that are saying you can't do that. You can't protest like that. It's been overturned. None of them has stood up. It's not happening. The freedom to succeed and fail. That sounds a little weird, but in some cases grades are being inflated. We don't want people to fail.
Right.
Shouldn't happen. Also, the freedoms that involve guns. It's easy to lose these things. We've got to keep up that fight. And so I'll share with you the most important thing I've learned. This quote inspires me because, I'll be honest with you, I feel completely comfortable teaching a class of 300, talking to a crowd of 300, or a class of 30. But every once in a while I get a little nervous about things like the incident that just happened at the favorite faculty reception. It makes me a little nervous. It probably does you too. If something like this happens in front of you, someone's insulting your right to bear arms and your decision to defend yourself, you probably get a little uneasy and decide, you're unsure of whether or not you want to confront this person. This is a quote that helps me. Maybe you've heard this before. Edmund Burke, all that is necessary for the triumph of evil, for good men and women to do nothing.
Right.
You get that feeling, I gotta say something, I gotta do something here. Remember, you sit back, guess who wins? Thank you very much. Thank you, Ken Stanton. Next up on the list is Ms. Lila Myers. She is on the board of directors of the Second Amendment March, and she is very active around here with VCDl and just different organizations and rallies.